With 8 days left before Election Day, you know who held a rally in New York's Madison Square Garden. Well, he did it. You know, he was here. And along with the MAGA minions like Rudy Giuliani, who's probably looking for a place to live these days, Hulk Hogan and alleged comedian Tony Hinchcliffe, they had a whole thing going. Take a look.
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there.
A spokesperson said the joke was in poor taste and did not reflect the campaign's or you-know-who's views.
That's when we realized they vote.
Sonny, I'm gonna start with you. What you think about all this?
Thank you, Whoopi.
You're welcome, Sonny.
This Puerto Rican has something to say about the island that I love, where my family is from. Puerto Rico is trash. We are Americans, Donald Trump. Americans. We voluntarily serve disproportionately high in the military, while you have bone spurs. And we vote. Pennsylvania is home to almost 500,000 Puerto Ricans. North Carolina, 115,000. Georgia, 100,000. Arizona, 64,000. Wisconsin, 61,000. Michigan, 43,000. Nevada, 27,000. We vote Donald Trump. Trash. And by the way, Jennifer Lopez, Ricky Martin, Bad Bunny, Luis Fonsi, and Mark Anthony have over 345 million followers on Instagram. I think you only have 26 million, since you care so much about size. And we don't like what was said about Puerto Rico. And we know how to take the trash out, Donald Trump. Trash that has been collecting since 2016. And that's you, Donald Trump. And finally, my fellow Puerto Ricans, Trash Collection Day is November 5th, 2024. Don't forget it.
You know, today when I was leaving the hotel, there was a woman there, and she started talking to me about this rally. And I said to her, "Are you Puerto Rican?" And she said to me, "No, but today we are all Puerto Ricans."
Right.
And so I want to say, and he didn't just make jokes about Puerto Ricans.
No, he didn't.
He made jokes about blacks.
Yep.
You know, the whole trope about watermelons. He made jokes, a vile joke about Latinos that we can't even put on daytime TV.
Yep.
So today we are all in this together. And I'm going to say this particularly to my Latino community. If Trump asking for the death penalty for 5 young men of color, black and Latino, the exonerated 5 wasn't enough for you. If Trump getting investigated for refusing to rent to black people wasn't enough for you. If Trump promoting a racist trope against the first black president with the birtherism wasn't enough for you. If Trump calling Mexicans rapists and criminals and bad hombres wasn't enough for you. If Trump calling us vermin, invaders, people who poison the blood of this country wasn't enough for you. If Trump throwing paper towels at people in need after Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico wasn't enough for you. If Trump saying immigrants have made this country into the trash can of the world wasn't enough for you, then maybe, just maybe, this comedian, handpicked, chosen, vetted by the Trump campaign because he reflects what Trump has said his entire lifetime, maybe that will be enough for you. And on November 5th, I want you to vote for your heritage and your traditions and your identity. I want you to vote with dignity and self-respect. Latinos, comunidad, si ustedes tienen respeto por sí mismos, si tienen dignidad, defiendan esa dignidad y usen sus votos el 5 de noviembre para sacar a Donald Trump.
Yes.
So, was it offensive from top to bottom? He spared absolutely no one. It was sexist, it was misogynistic, there were anti-Semitic tropes, there were anti-Palestinian language, there's anti-Latino, anti-Black language. He came for everyone. This is a man who just last week called America the garbage can of the world. This is one of the most unpatriotic things I've ever heard said about this country. And here's the good news. That campaign rally was one giant in-kind contribution to the Kamala Harris campaign.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I don't know anyone who watched that and is like, this is what I believe in, this is what I want my kids to see. So I believe Donald Trump is actually detached from the American spirit and from patriotism. And Republicans, we used to wrap ourselves in the flag and say we were the party of patriotism. But I'm sorry, most of us, our friends, our neighbors, our family, even if they don't look like us, they don't sound like us, we don't agree on politics, we treat them nice. We lend them a hand when they need help. We treat them with dignity and humanity, and he cannot do that. He has a much smaller view of the greatest nation on earth than I think the vast majority of Americans, wherever their homeland may be, believe that this nation
Doesn't it
is.
feel
And I think
like-
he's going to lose.
It felt like he kind of October surprised himself at that rally. But it's kind of the...
Oh my gosh.
The thing that, and I don't even mean this in a snarky way, this conversation about elevating rhetoric and double standards between the party, what comes to mind constantly is, and this is on the heels of that rally, Republicans have said that the Democrats are engaging in extreme rhetoric by saying that Donald Trump's a fascist. But if you look up the definition, and we don't need to keep saying it, he's authoritarian, he's ultra-nationalist, that all fits. Saying he's a threat to democracy is not hyperbole. This is a man that literally encouraged the January 6th and would not peacefully transfer power and still denies election results. Most recently, Mika Krasinski was saying, she's on today on our show, she was saying something about women are dying in these state laws due to the overturning of Roe. And I think it was Lauren Boebert said, that in itself is getting Republicans shot at. Now, let me contrast what we're hearing at these rallies. Last night, someone called Harris the devil and the Antichrist. Someone said Harris, her pimp handlers will destroy our country. Someone called Hillary Clinton a sick son of a bee, and Democrats a bunch of degenerate, low-life Jew haters. Just judge for yourself. Don't let anyone else tell you. Listen to those two examples, because this is not something that can be both sides. And that's what's driving me crazy, is the rhetoric in these things is disgusting, disturbing, and you should feel very uncomfortable watching these clips.
And can I say something? This comedian, he talked 32 minutes into this rally. Donald Trump showed up 4 hours and 20 minutes later, 4 hours and 52 minutes into this rally. So he had over 4 hours to come out there and condemn these comments, to distance himself.
He did the same thing on January 6th.
He didn't do it. By then, every Puerto Rican had a mask. I mean, it was like the bat signal.
It was
came
the
out
bat
last
signal.
night.
It was the bat signal.
Yeah, well, you know, listen, this should not come as a surprise to anyone. This is not new. It's just really clear and it's upfront, and now you see it. And all those people of color who were sitting in that audience, now you know.
Yep.
Now you know how he thinks about you. And when his group says, oh, no, that doesn't reflect, it does reflect. We're telling you, it does reflect.